Hi guys, welcome back. The Festival Bratislava 2023. We are doing another cash game challenge tonight. We had two winners yesterday, Chick and Zintar's the biggest winner. The cash game challenge, all about booking the biggest win in a number of big blinds during the whole week to grab the added package for our next stop. We're off tonight. We're going to have another two sessions. First, 2 hours of Texas, small break, then we come back with 2 hours of PLO and some notable names returning from yesterday. Daniel Pilgrim, I think he's on the list among others. We'll see who will be returning. Me and George Sanford gonna lead you through this night, so stay tuned. It's time. The Festival Bratislava Cash Game Challenge Part 2.
It absolutely is time. Welcome back, ladies and gents, and welcome to the booth. George Sanford.
Andreas, how are we? Glad to be here.
Yeah, nice to see you. Doing good. And yeah, this is the lineup for today. Those of you who were with us yesterday, I don't think we have anyone returning for this Texas game. Yeah, we do have a guy in the yellow hat, or yeah, he was actually in the mix yesterday playing. I don't remember the name right now. I'm going to look that up for you guys. But we're waiting for players also to come in to seat number 1 and 3. I think we'll be on a full table. And if you're not familiar with what the Cash Game Challenge is all about, George, are you aware?
Yes, so we're going to be playing for the most amount of big blinds won across the 2-hour sessions throughout the week. And that will mean that the winner so far is on roughly about 225 big blinds. That was yesterday. Get the information for you on that shortly.
Yeah.
But 225 big blinds to beat, so quite a modest start, starting slow, Monday action, potentially seeing some straddles and bigger games and the action loosening up throughout the week. These guys looking to beat 225 big blinds, and that will get you a package to a future festival stop of your choice.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. And yeah, just setting up for this 2-2 Texas game. They're going to be playing for 2 hours exactly, and then we summarize the number of big blinds won and put it into the leaderboard. And then we're going to have a break, as we said, and come back with 2 hours of PLO as well going later on. So right now we're doing some sound testing. We're going to see if the chat, if you can hear us, everything is loud and clear from our part. Yeah, we'll try to do some more sound testing here as our technician Stan is in the booth with us, hanging over the equipment. But the players are just settling in on the table, and
Yep, gearing up, ready to go for the first of two streams today. 2 hours in duration. We're going to see if we can get some rip-roaring action for you. Hold'em first, followed by the PLO. And the cards are in the air, and we're away for day 2 of the streams.
yeah, you recognize any of these guys?
I
you played
think Mr. Pilgrim is coming into seat 1, so
Yeah,
should be seeing a little bit of him.
yeah, cool. And yeah, he was on the stream yesterday, and I know Zintars, who was the leader from yesterday, he's playing the PLO session later tonight to try to accumulate some more chips to his lead, and we'll see if someone can chase him and pass him on the leaderboard already in this game, perhaps. But it's 2-2 Texas, 2 hours, and this Cash Game Challenge goes on throughout the week, so we'll stream a couple of them, and they will be played, though, off-stream as well. 2 hours daily with Texas and 2 hours of PLO. So then when the week is over, we summarize the number of big blinds won, and the person on top of that leaderboard will pick the package down for the next stop. It's not been yet announced, but it's going to be somewhere in February, March next year, the next festival stop. We'll
Awesome.
see. And
So we did have a long layoff in the past, so it's going to be a little bit more frequent
yeah,
for next year.
the founder, Mr. Frankie, has announced that he's aiming for 4 stops next year. So haven't been announced exactly when and where, but yeah, the plan is to have 4 stops next year for the festival. And this is the Bratislava stop, and just starting the stream right now and the action. And here we see him, Mr. Pilgrim, coming in seat number 1 as well. So full table just for the next hand then. We'll see if we get some more information also about the cards and the blinds and etc. Let's see. We're still working with a little bit of technical issues by the looks of it, but we'll continue watching the game so far. Seems like we have a three-way flop, or did we actually get the small? Oh, it's a four-way. So far, yet though, no hold cards shown. All right then, just doing some checking with the sounds, and it seems like everything is okay. We're back, and we'll be back commentating with hold cards as well just shortly. So bear with us for a second, and we'll have every information about this stream and game going on. But right now we can see that Daniel Pilgrim, as we said, sat down in seat number 1, and we actually do have the chip counts, the starting chip counts for the players. There's a minimum of 200 buy-in for this game, and Daniel in seat number 1 has sat down with 500. We have Stuart in seat number 2, he's starting with 360. Majija in seat number 3, he's on 500 for a start. And Harald, seat 4, also 500. Tobias, seat number 5, sitting down with 395 to start. And then in seat number 6, the guy who was with us yesterday, Konstantinos, starting with 200 euros today. Thomas, seat number 7, starting with 330. Ivan, seat number 8, 200. And Simo, who also played yesterday in the last seat, starting with 200 as well today. So those are the starting stacks, and from that we can measure then the number of big blinds won. And of course, we're going to take into consideration if they do add anything to the table, that will be in the mix for the totals as well. Now then, we also see the cards. Nice. And it's Matija who has started the racing fiesta, going to 8 with the King Jack offsuit. And Simo from the small blind. Seems like he's want to get in and call. He does. And Daniel folds from the big blind at 10-5 off. And yeah, Matija then favorite pre-flop as we go heads up. And neither player hits anything, total brick for both of them. And well, we'll see if Matija maybe comes for the continuation. He does. Likely to get Simo off the Queen 10 then. And second hand won by Matija. 10 euros in the pocket, 5 big blinds.
Every little helps.
Yep,
on
absolutely.
The week.
Oh, now George is back and you got some delivery here as well.
I got a cheeky little Starbucks.
Oof.
Keep us going.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night. Not that long, but we're going to be here for 5 hours or something. We're going to have 2 hours of this Texas game, then a short break, and then we go with the PLO 2 hours as well. So, yeah, all of the action will be brought to you live here on the festival. And we're on Twitch and YouTube. And of course, I think we'll also have the chat up. So yeah, I've seen someone say
Awesome
good evening.
Ed.
Yeah.
Good evening to you, Awesome Ed. That's a really nice, positive username, isn't it?
Isn't it, yeah?
Love to see it. Getting in the mix.
All right then.
Nice to see a bit of table chatter and some banter for the stream. You do often see at the start of the week people are a little bit, you know, kind of feeling their way in.
Yeah, was rather quiet start yesterday, but look at this.
Whoa.
Now we might have some action.
Mr. Pilgrim with the
Yes.
aces.
He actually, I think he's at least in the top 5 from the leaderboard yesterday. He won numerous of big blinds, so maybe top 3 even behind the 2 winners yesterday. So yeah, I'm now coming in with the 3-bet, 35.
Yeah. I was going to say kind of small, but actually his opponent is about 100 big blinds deep, so fair enough. And an interesting board to navigate out of position with the aces. Just about 2.5 stack to pot ratio. Definitely see him potentially starting with a check here.
Yeah.
It does go for the small bet.
Small bet. And Simo staying in. 25 and call. Going to the turn then. No jack, luckily for
Daniel then. Ace is still ahead. Now then, how do we
Yeah,
come across?
it's a weird one with this small flop bet because it's such a connected board. Intuitively, I would either want to size up or go for a check most of the time, you know, because the board is going to change quite quickly with all the high connectivity there. But does actually just get it through with the second barrel there, goes for 70 on the turn, and tens simply no choice but to relinquish that one. I think a little bit too much strength shown there, and even blocking some of the bluffs like the ace 10 for example, so better off getting out the way.
Yep.
And a good fold. Good evening everyone, I wish I was there as well. I was there under the Coolbet Open, an amazing place. Yeah, definitely. We could already see as I was picking up the coffee there, the room is filling up. A couple of friends here that are playing online usually, coming down for the festival, having fun, having a couple of drinks and getting in some PLO cash games. So Hold'em going to be the first port of call for us, and we're going to be transitioning over to the great game later on, so stay tuned for that one.
Yeah.
Cheeky little limp from Harold under the gun here.
Yeah, eights. Simo
Yeah, he's here to play with the ace-9.
Want to win it back from the last hand now then.
And Mr. Pilgrim with a rather cheeky peel with the 6-5-0. Stuart's in there, Mattia. Great spot to squeeze. Let's see if he does. Looks like he's going to call, and Harold looking to set his price with the eights. I guess that was the plan all along. Ends up coming in for a call as well. Flopping the overpair, we've got some decent action here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Daniel with the
eights and the 6-5. Yeah.
An 8
and
could be a very...
King 10 of diamonds as well for Matija.
Yeah, and Stuart's got a backdoor flush draw, you know. Simo just with the only real swing and a miss there.
Yeah, and he's out of it just there, but Daniel calls, of course. Want to see another card. What about Stuart? Are we going for the backdoor? No, folding, so 3 ways to the turn. And no help for either player. Still the 8s ahead then.
Yeah. Great card for him. Always difficult to navigate multi-way, but the only hand he should be losing to now is the Jack X of diamonds. Looks like he's got 2 callers on turn. The King 10 of diamonds folded potentially.
Oh, yeah, okay. There was okay. He did.
Dan's in there chasing a straight draw.
Yeah.
And
breaks it and folds. So yeah, Harald picks down small pot.
Did he also bet the river as well with the 8s?
I thought maybe he went check, right?
Check.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say rather unconventional, kind of leading the flop for value, going for some thin value on the turn, and then just kind of blasting it on the flush completer.
Yeah. Now then, some apple juice being delivered to the table as well.
Got to stay hydrated, boys and girls.
Yes, for sure.
I was a streamer for the last satellite for the festival, but got 12th, and it was 2 packages, unfortunately. That's an unfortunate one. Yeah, always the way in satellites, they always get a bit dicey towards the end. You know, you got to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
Spin it in there on your 10 bigs or something. The structure catches up. And Kabe. I might allow you to pronounce that one.
It's not my language. Is that a Finnish nickname or what is it?
It looks Finnish to me.
Kabaja, that was a hard one.
Yeah, Tuli Isiö.
Oh, that sounds like Estonian though, the language, right?
Okay.
That's my guess.
There's a lot of vowels. Yeah. A lot of E's and U's.
Yeah.
So
now
whatever
then.
that is, hopefully it's a positive message. Yes.
I hope so. Now then, 8s, and it's Stuart 3s, and Harald Queen Jack, and Matija Ace 9. Both of those players messes the board, but Stuart, of course, not liking the flop much either. Although it's Matija takes the lead with the €15 bet.
Certainly does.
Should be enough to get the others off. Yeah, it does. So small pot then for Matija. Seed number 3. Pilgrim already left the table.
It's just too important. I wonder where he's off to.
Now then, this 2-2 game of Texas Hold'em just starting. We're on hand number 4, I think, right? And this is the Cash Game Challenge brought to you from the Festival Series in Bratislava. And this is the second day of the Cash Game Challenge. We had 2 sessions yesterday, 2 hours of Texas, 2 hours of PLO. We're going to have the same thing coming to you live here today. And these are the starting 9. The Ivan folding the Jack 9. Simo now then.
Yeah, he's been in the mix, but plenty of hand this time.
Yeah. Just calling?
I don't think so. Looked like a 25 being thrust in there.
Yeah.
Daniel's been keen to play. It looked like he was having to think about it.
Yeah, race was to 10. Stewart.
Yeah, nice.
3s again, right?
I think he's called. Yeah, 3s again, back to back. Harold and small blind.
Nice hand, 10-8 on hearts. And Tobias stays in as well with the Queen 9.
Okay.
It's Simo who liked the board the best.
Yeah, and Stuart with the gut shot there with the 3s. Don't think he's going to be able to fold to 1 bet. So likely to be seeing some heads up action to the turn, although Simo's gone for a huge bet here. So Stuart may just get away with 2 players behind. Definitely some chance that they're going to be holding 2 pairs sets behind. So could... just, you know, when the action isn't closed, it's always a little bit of a speculative one to be getting in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now these guys then, twins by the clothing at least. One of our partners, Casino Together.
Casino Together. So what's the deal with them? You know much of their background?
No, not much actually, but I think they have a community of streamers.
Okay.
I think they're residing in Malta, and I think they have a cooperation with the Casino Grounds as well. You know, the Let's Give It a Spin guys and those other streamers.
Yep.
So I think they're from the same community
Kind of
and
umbrella.
yeah, so I'm not sure whether these guys are streamers or not, the particular guys on our stream right now, but we can check with them in the break here now.
And if you're tuning in supporting either of them, then
let us know. Do you have any information about these guys? Just spill it, and we'll put it on the stream as well. And as Ivan goes for the 10 race with the Ace King suited.
And Simo definitely seems like he's the kind of guy here to play. I think that's five or six hands, and he's been in the almost every single one. So
maybe he thinks the package is won by V-pipping.
That's true. Yeah, the most.
We should have one of those as well, right?
There'll be no competition for Frank here, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be too easy for him.
Absolutely, and does flop a gut shot. I think once we've peeled with 6 high, we're going to have to start manoeuvring a little bit post-flop to make up for that. So, surprised not to see a stab there with the nut gutter, but he's going to go for another check. So, pretty passive stuff. Ivan on the river is going to win with Ace-King high. And he's actually going to go for some value by the looks of it.
Yeah.
That's 25, looking to target some Ace-Jack, Ace-10 potentially. And does get called by Harold with the Ace-7 there. So lovely little 2 times value there, 3 ways. Very well played, sir.
Yeah.
Relatively safe board. You're not expecting your opponents to have a deuce or a 3. You might have heard from a queen earlier on, and then the 8 pairing reduces the likelihood of that. So yeah, very, very tasty little find there for the bigger size.
Yeah.
The old 1 yellow chip bet.
Exactly.
Just praying to get called. Lovely.
Now then, as Pilgrim steps back in his seat.
He's got ants in his pants, the man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Places to be. Cats to feed. I don't know what.
Deals to close on the phone. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, maybe the Tokyo market is open, right? Well, we'll have to see about that one. I met him just previously on the previous stream, and he was complaining about it was a bad idea to sit down in a cash game daytime. Apparently, they played some lunch game.
Oh, with the Austrian grandpas.
Might have been. Yeah. And apparently, Mr. Pilgrim was not winning. But he's here for revenge then. But he was a winner yesterday in our cash game session online here. So
I'm a big advocate for the games here, but sometimes, and you see this everywhere in the world, people that are playing daytime games, they're usually fresh and ready to play. You know, there's not much action. It's quite easy to for the hunter to become the hunted. Yeah. In some ways.
Now then, big 3-bet from Konstantinos makes it 50 to go with the Jack 10 suited.
Yeah, I like this. It's such a size that it kind of forces your opponents to shove or fold. If they call, you're going to still have some decent equity across a lot of boards.
Yeah, exactly. And Konstantinos just had like 170 behind as well. So
exactly. So if he does get shoved on, he would have to fold. But it's looking strong, and you know, taking it down pre-flop, no rake. So that's always a bonus for him.
Exactly. And gathering some blinds in the competition.
Absolutely.
So no straddles yet. We had some of those coming. As you were with us yesterday, you saw that in the last 30 minutes, well, people starting to get a bit more desperate to win those blinds to get on the leaderboard. Then we had a double straddle and I think even some triple straddles. So yeah.
All it takes is a couple of bad beats and you
exactly.
see steam emerging from the ears.
Yes, absolutely. And on the PLO stream yesterday night, we had Robert, who gave a lot of action the last hands, but a lot of the words, he almost sounded like Franke, you know, pot. Yeah, pot.
Mr. Potovich.
So, yes. Now then, some decent hand in the mix here now. Ace Jack, Ace Queen, and sevens.
Yeah.
Oh, did you fold that one?
Ooh, yeah. I guess coming in cold from this early position action, fair enough. And Simo will defend.
Yeah.
Kind of continuing the theme. Don't think you're supposed to in these positions, but we're here to play. We're under the bright lights of the stream. Let's see a flop, shall we? Does flop a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. Dan does have 2 overcards with a backdoor straight draw, so kind of a safe board, I would say, for Dan. He's going to have lots of overpairs here. He's going to have some ace 10, king 10. Decent one to bet with all your hands.
Yeah. Makes it small bet now then, 15, and gets a quick call from Simo.
I like the small bet, keeping some worse ace highs, keeping maybe king queen. Queen Jack that you've got dominated, try and get him to turn a pair. Difficult turn card though. Your opponent is going to have some improvements here. Lots of pocket pairs, maybe 8-7. So not the best card to barrel. Really good river card though. Hitting both players. Simo goes for the check. He's aware that I could be up against ace queen, ace king here in this line, so I kind of want to pot control. He does check it over to Pilgrim, who's looking to go for 45 into 84. And Simo shoves.
Wow. Oh.
Wow. Going for value against, I'm not sure what, because, you know, kings, queens, jacks, they would have bet the turn. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
kind of unorthodox there.
First reload of the day then from Simo in seat number 9.
Yeah.
Puts a couple of greens on the table.
Dare I say it, a little bit of a gift with the check jam. Definitely, Pilgrim gave you quite an attractive price just to call. Dan can still be bluffing with some hands like king queen, queen jack, king jack, but they're not going to call obviously, so only really isolating yourself against a better ace for the most part. Amovoro Skiraki. It says Tita Gene Pravdi Firma Egins. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's your Greek?
I agree. Maybe it looks like backwards words, no?
I think I would say that's Greek. Skiuraki definitely is a Greek word or name. We'll see if we get an explanation. But
hello, guys.
Okay, that's the translation. It's Greek, yeah. I assumed so.
Yeah, good spot. I was thinking you'd written your message in Morse code, and I had to decode it backwards or something.
Yeah. So Firma Egins, is that someone that's playing? Is it the guys in the seats 8 or 9? Is that the Firma we're talking about, or what's the who from these tables are representing Greece? Konstantinos.
He's everywhere, is he? Konstantinos, the Mr. Stream Man.
Yeah, exactly. He's cemented into that position. I think he had the same share yesterday as well. So maybe he slept.
Same hat.
Yeah, same seat, same hat.
Grinder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe he slept there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a hotel. It's all about action here in Bratislava, of course. Now then, Daniel, another ace.
We did see a yawn from him in the background there, so maybe he is human after all.
Yeah.
Hasn't found a way to sort of be AI powered just to stay in the casino all day.
Hey, here we are. Look, that's us, guys.
Caught us off guard.
Luckily, we were dressed at least.
Darren Harbinson says, Joel in seat 2, let's go, bro. And how is he doing? I just logged in. He's taken a squeeze down with the Jack 10 suited so far. I think that's his only real hand of note.
Yeah.
Raised to 10, 2 callers. He pumps it to 50 with Jack 10. Putting in a quarter of his stack, no action. Happy just to take down the blinds.
Yeah. So I think he started with with 200 exact, and I think he's on 222 now or something.
Yep. So
Konstantinos. Yeah, there we see it.
11 big blinds of profit.
Yes.
222, and that's going to be a lot of work to do to beat the current winner. 225 or so. We'll get the exact information for you a little bit later.
Yeah.
Is that it there? 214?
I think 214, yeah, from that session alone. But then I think he also played the other session, so I think the total for him is a bit higher than 214.
Oh, it's a cumulative total, is it?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh.
You're adding all of these together, so yeah, you can play all of these and then accumulate during the week.
Okay, I thought it was just the one session only.
No, it's not.
That's good. So it gives people that play multiple streams and book medium wins a better chance to win, potentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, that kind of mitigates against the random triple straddle all-ins at the end. That's good.
All right. Now then, do we have some action? You can see Stuart with the gut shotter.
Yeah.
Going for the 15.
Cutting out half pot on the turn. Definitely not going to be enough to maneuver Thomas off of his slow-played ace. The 9 of hearts, bringing in some questions to the strength of that ace 4 now, though. If Stuart can find another one, would be, in terms of having worse hands in this situation, quite tough to have a worse one. So probably going to have to bluff. And chips flying in the direction of seat 7 in the form of 45 into 54 by the looks of it, or 64. So nice healthy river bet here.
Yeah.
Understands he's got no showdown, of course, just holding the 5 high, and can represent some of the flushes and straights that have improved. And does get the better hand to fold. So nice job there.
Yeah.
Runner, runner, he says. You had 5 high.
Well, not for you, sir.
It's Joel, not Stuart. Okay.
All right.
And Stuart's not his last name, is it?
Okay, then we'll call him Joel.
Appreciate
and,
that, Darren.
Maybe Stuart then is like his middle name then, because I know that they get their names on the stream from the membership cards, I think. So then you have all your names written down, and then maybe it's a middle name being shown on this stream. So, yeah.
Joel Baxter.
Joel Baxter, seat number 2
right.
then.
Apologies for that, Darren.
Yeah, so if any one of you other watching us, and if we do have the wrong name of anyone else, just let us know, and we'll call them by their proper name, of course, as Tobias wakes up with kings here now then. Let's see how much he chooses to make it. 25 is the bet.
Nice big chunky pre-flop sizing. Doesn't look like he's going to get much action here, although...
No,
Harold?
Oh.
Yeah, he does call.
Is he playing the 7 deuce game?
I hope so.
Maybe on his own at least.
On his own, yeah. Just for his own self-entertainment.
Yeah.
But, puts in...
Unfortunately, bricks it, as Tobias will like the flop. We'll see if we just check this one or come for the small bet.
I think there's lots of straight draws and obviously the flush drawers out there. Nice one to bet.
Now then, Harald, do you have another something up your sleeve with this 7 deuce? Nah.
Running straight or flush, doesn't like it, so it gets out the way. It was good not to pull any check raise stunts in that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Great commentating, by the way. Nice work. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
We're just getting started. Plenty more coming. You can reserve some judgment to change your opinion on that as the week develops.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Yeah. Exactly.
We'll see what you think on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if we're still awake by Sunday, right?
Yeah, it's a long old week here at the festival. We're getting nice and warmed up here with the cash game streams, and throughout the weekend will be the main event coverage, the €550 main event, and the inside scoop from the festival creator and founder Franke is that he reckons there's going to be 1,900 runners. That is a big estimate, isn't it? And he's not a man that would lie about such things. So he's been analysing the data, running the spreadsheets, getting the guys in the Philippines to, to do
exactly.
all the legwork.
And
he
also
reckons 19.
including the 12 re-entries he will make himself, perhaps.
Yeah, that goes without saying, right? Each
Yeah.
flight, so times by 10.
Now then, another big pair. Stewart with the queens this time. As we've had some race from Daniel with the King 10 suited. We had
Joel, remember?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
No, but it was Daniel seat number 1. It's still Daniel. Seat
Daniel
number
is
2
Daniel, and
yeah,
Stuart
yeah,
is Joel.
sorry, yeah. Joel has the queens. Yeah, now we're on
Now we're back
same
on
page.
Yeah, and Dan with the King 10 suited in position here, definitely not going to be folding. Might be considering something a bit spooky to try and get his opponent to fold some hands like Ace Queen off or King Queen, but is just going to go for. Is that a call?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like a call.
A
Okay.
lot of small chips going in. It's almost like they were all in, both
like
of them.
a tower, didn't
yeah,
it?
exactly.
Queen high
But,
flop. Ooh.
Oof.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
Stuart with the absolute nuts here. Nothing to worry about either. 7-4, not really going to connect with Daniel
Coming
too much.
with the sneaky check.
Yeah, I like it. Daniel's got exactly the type of hand that might stab. Got a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, overcard. He doesn't.
Check behind.
And no help for Stuart. It was looking
Joel.
Joel. It's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we can ask the guys from the stream to change the name on screen as well for us. Otherwise, might be continuing to call him.
To make that blunder. Yeah,
exactly.
Joel Baxter.
Now then, Joel betted the turn and Daniel lets his King 10 go. Yeah. So, Joel now starting to pick up in the leaderboard ranking as well then.
Yep, that's a strong start from him. We've seen a nice bluff with the 5-3 there, and a little bit of table talk afterwards. Yeah, I had the back door.
Exactly.
So he looks like he's here to play, Mr. Joel. I believe he's from the UK. And Oster Shush, this stream's been real so far. Appreciate it, man. Going to be keep going throughout the week.
Yep,
Another
definitely.
4 hours tonight. So we've got another hour and a half or so of the Hold'em stream, 2 hours of the PLO later on. And just getting things warmed up with the cash game challenge.
Yeah.
A total profit in big blinds for the week will get you the free package for a festival stop in 2024. Full details will be released on the festival website, www.thefestival.com. Keep your eyes peeled for the updates there. So Thomas coming in for a huge raise here. I'm not sure whether we do have the button straddle, so that makes sense. 4x to go. Will be out of position versus someone who's kind of incentivized to defend wide, being in position. So nice big sizing, I like it. And does get a call from Ivan there, flatting the ace-4 off. Rather spicy peel. Doesn't really have an awful lot to work with, and we do see the queen's flop top set 2 times in a row now. Going for the check 2 times in a row. And not allowing his opponent to hit any kind of equity either. So unfortunately it's just going to be the 49 euros for Thomas, but let's see if Ivan has got any promiscuous ideas with this ace-4.
Does not.
We do see another kind of loose peel and a wave of the white flag. So surrendering that one, but for good reason. Was crushed versus the top set of Thomas, and a nice pot. 4-seat 7 there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, about half an hour into the first cash game challenge of the day, time to change the dealer, and he runs away with the money as well.
Very cheeky. I hope he's
this
not
is my
running out
tips.
at the
This is my
casino.
tips.
Yeah, that's me done, boys. I'll see you on the beach.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of other things going on as well. As you know, with the festival series, it's not only about the casino and the poker. We've been playing pool today, actually, with the hospitality winners, the package holders for that one. And we had a pool tournament and also the roulette tournament.
The roulette, of course, that you were hosting.
Yeah, I did host it. It ended just before this stream, just in time to get me in the booth. And yeah, we had a really exciting finish of that roulette tournament, which is played by the way that you get 1,000 in chips. You're playing against your opponents, not against the casino, and you're trying to win as many chips as possible.
And yeah, the winner just went all in. He was almost dead last for the last spin, went all in for the 0. And of course, what came?
0.
That good old green.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. So he went from 5th to 1st, I think, in the last spin. So yeah,
Perfect.
nice one. And
in terms of strategy, not a bad way to go, right? You got to make something happen at that stage.
Absolutely.
No point chucking it on red for the double up.
No, that's not enough.
Nope.
And now then, Joel coming with the call. It was Daniel who opened 10 with the Jack 9 from the hijack. And a few more players staying in. Or was it just Joel? Yeah, I think they're heads up again then. 2 of the players playing the most number of hands so far. And yeah, flush draw for Daniel, mid pair for Stuart now then. A little bit of each. Gut shot, of course, for Daniel as well. And he comes with the first bet. Quick call from Joel. And another heart on the turn, which means that Daniel moves up in the lead with the flush. Goes check, check. See if he can go for value now. As it pairs on the river though. Another king. Doesn't help Joel anything though. And Daniel's bet probably gonna win him this pot. I'm not seeing Joel, which also the same as Stuart then in the C2. Calling this one, he does not. So small pickup for Daniel again.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I actually spoke to Frankie just before the stream started, and he promised to he wouldn't be playing this one, but I told him to get in and maybe do something fun with these guys on the table. So we'll see if we get him on stream as well later on. The founder and the clown of the festival series.
Yeah.
He's everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah. Omnipresent.
Yeah.
He is rather a big personality around here, and if you haven't been to a festival before, or you have, sorry, you will know the booming laugh I'm talking about. You
Yeah,
can hear it
for
almost
sure.
everywhere you go.
Yeah, definitely so. Right now, rather quiet at the table. No laughing just yet.
No, serious business.
Yeah.
As we're getting started in the week, everyone looking to book some profit to add towards that cumulative total for the Cash Game Challenge. Ivan getting in there with the 3.5x open.
And let's see if someone wants to tag along. It seems like Harald coming with the 7-4 call. And
Yeah, Matteo as well.
both of them.
Going to be
But
struggling.
I think Matteo is out, right? Because he's folded.
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
it's only, I think
That
the
would
graphics
make
are wrong right
sense,
now.
but
But Harald is still in, yeah.
on the button. He's been rather loose so far. He fancies his chances. And Konstantinos,
Looking
yellow
to squeeze
hat.
this one.
he goes for 33. What's that? That's about a 5x squeeze, just under.
Yeah.
Looking to thin out the field. Ivan comes in for the call.
Now then.
Potentially Harold will fancies a low board for himself versus what appears to be 2 high card kind of heavy ranges. Does elect
it up.
to show some restraint. Maybe a little bit too late, but does exercise his right to fold the 7-4 offsuit. So ace queen versus 9 is a classic flip, but it's going to be a tricky one for Konstantinos to navigate here. But he does
Yeah.
flop a little piece. 2 overcards, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. I think on this kind of 1 high, 2 low, very disconnected board, when holding that ace of hearts would be quite an easy c-bet here.
Yeah, you expect him to come in here now with another bet. Just seems like he's thinking, does check.
Or check call, check raise. I mean, all options
Yeah.
are on the table.
Ivan then coming with the 1/3,
Yeah.
25.
And yeah, we obviously still can check some jacks, queens, kings, aces here. Ace 10 potentially. So check raising could be an option with the backdoor flush draw, but does go for the call
look
and
at this
improving
one.
to the queen.
Konstantinos like that turn.
Praying his opponent has some kind of hand like king, queen of diamonds. Not queen, jack, but yeah, it's going to be looking good now. And definitely holding the ace-king advantage as well, so could be seeing him target some hands like king 10, ace 10, potentially pocket 9s, 8s, 7s, these kind of holdings that might get here in this line. And the great thing about this board is that the 10 of hearts, the queen of spades, the jack of clubs, they all block each other's from having like some of the likely 2 pairs. So no queen 10 of hearts, no queen jack of clubs, he blocks that. So should be holding a really strong top pair here. Just mulling over what kind of sizing he's going to go for now.
Yeah, taking his time. Now then, how much? 35.
Yeah, that's quite nice. If you're targeting a 10 or some kind of hand like king jack or jack 9, seems reasonable. Doesn't want to bet too big and potentially run into a better holding, so does go for the small bet. And yeah, Ivan there correctly deducing that he's going to really struggle to beat much on the on that run out.
Yeah,
getting away from those 9s.
The stream's been real so far. Oysters, thank you and welcome to the chat and to the stream. And Oysters is a friend of ours. He was actually with us in Tallinn doing some reporting for Poker Listings, the Oyster. So
Lovely.
Yeah, nice to see you in the chat and in the mix, as we have our lovely photographer Myro in the background as well, running around taking some pictures of these guys. And yeah, of course, there's a trophy to be won as well within this cash game challenge. So we need a photo of the winner to make the portrait, the winning portrait as well. All the winners of tournaments and other things here, also including the pool tournament, for example.
Continentally famous caricature.
Yes, for sure. You got one of those for your own? No, not yet.
No, I was actually, when I managed to luck box the Sveton, it was the festival before the caricatures came in.
Okay.
So I don't know whether I can kind of like back claim one, you know.
Hey,
Franke.
Yeah, or maybe you could get one for commentator of the year.
you casting yourself out of the race already?
Yep.
Oh, that's not very fair, is
I
it?
don't need a caricature. you can have it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You're kind of taking away the allure and the prestige of the caricature. It's worth fighting for, guys. It's a nice little
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's a lovely piece
for your boys' den at home or something.
Yeah.
Next to the setup, if you do play online poker, it's a nice little thing to have as a memento. And the winners of each tournament this week will be going home with exactly that.
Yeah. Now then, as we saw Konstantinos leaving the table for a little while, but he sat down again. He's been here since yesterday, we just said. So, I mean, where was he going? He doesn't even have a hotel room. That was we agreed on, right?
Yeah, no, he's just a mainstay.
Yeah. But we have some action 5 ways to this flop now, as it's not really anyone hitting anything
with
big.
A massive piece here.
No, Seymour with the ace-5.
Stuart's got some good turn cards, I guess. A spade, an 8, a 9, a king, a jack or a 10. But yeah, Seymour just with the only hand.
And you're talking about Joel, right?
Yay. I've done it again.
Yeah. Yes, and we'll see. Now then, did I bet it? Yeah, Joel also. Was it Joel/Stuart?
Yeah.
Because it might be confusing if you're joining us now after we've confirmed that Stuart is actually called Joel. That's his first name. I'm guessing Stuart is the middle name that is called by on the stream. As now he gets the flush draw as well here.
This
now,
is a great card. Yeah.
Simo with the top and middle pair now then.
Yeah, 2 pair versus a hand and a turn card that Stuart is going to be, his eyes are lighting up. He has raised pre-flop. He can represent a lot of strong hands here. Ace-King, 1 spade, Ace-Queen, some King-High flushes. Definitely going to be seeing another barrel from him, and he does bet 65, and Simo shoves it in, and this is not what Joel wanted to see.
No.
And now he's going to have to mull over whether he wants to make this call. 96 euros, that would increase the pot to 429.
Yeah.
So is he going to get the price here? He needs about 22% equity or so. We can see he's got
exactly. Yeah. So
but
just about.
If he thinks, you know, what if my opponent is just ripping in a king high flush here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tricky one.
Yeah.
He's dead against some hands. He's got okay equity versus, two pair, exactly like Simo has.
Yeah. We'll see what his decision will be. The first real decision of this table now then is Joel has to think a little while for it does come for the call.
Yeah.
So he needs
a painful
spade
call.
then now then.
Oh,
look, the king, of course. Yeah.
Dirty, dirty, dirty.
Wow. Poor Simo. Can't believe it.
Is brutal.
Are they doing it to me again, he says.
That's some great work from the production team there, just on that, the miffed look.
Yeah.
Just, come on, man, really?
Yeah.
Jack 10?
That's a meme right there, right?
Yeah, it was. Meme worthy.
All right then, Simo seems like he's giving up. He was on his second bullet. Might be. We'll see if he comes back. I think there's a list for this game, so might have a new player coming in otherwise. But
on the banking app now, what's that pin number again? Come on, give me 200. I'm back in.
Yeah, we'll see. Now then, Konstantinos is on his phone. They're like, maybe his friends are calling. Hey, they're calling you out for being homeless on the stream. So you can see that he's laughing.
Get a shower, man.
Now then, Joel first to act, which is the same as Stuart on your screens. But let's the 6-3 go. And Harald now then liking the unusual hands. Yeah, of course you want to play the 9-6. Coming for the call.
Could barely contain his excitement with the 69 there.
Yeah.
And Ivan in the big blind. He's going to complete.
Does.
And we must have a straddle. Yes, Daniel.
Yeah.
Mr. Pilgrim with the king 9. Is he going to squeeze? I don't think it's the kind of hand that we want to be pumping it up with, really. Maybe if we were suited. But yeah, quite deep with the original limper, and does flop top pair, and really advantageous spot for him versus Ivan's weaker top pair.
Absolutely, and Harald in with a little piece, bottom pair as well.
The 6-9 as well, a 9 would be a really spicy turn card.
Yeah, it would, right?
Down to the 2 pair. It also gives Ivan a gut shot as well.
It's Harald leading.
Yeah, so Harald is going to bet 16. That's full pot almost.
Yeah.
Ivan comes along for the ride. I think Dan's hands are a bit too weak to raise here. And especially versus an early position limp, you got to be a bit careful here because they're going to have hands like low pocket pairs that are trying to get in there cheap and flop a set. So don't think he wants to be going upstairs. Oh, we got a little interesting sneak peek of the
we're getting up close.
Yeah.
I can almost read the inscriptions there.
A skull theme going on there, so.
Oh, poor
it's as
Ivan.
Cold as it gets on a rainy night in Bratislava.
Wow.
The offsuit king. And the last remaining king in the deck to set up a cooler between Dan and Ivan and Harald. What's he
They're
up
both
to?
checking to Harald again.
Wow.
He comes for the bet again. 25.
Yeah, 25.
Now then.
I think Dan will figure this one out here and go for some value. Oh, he just calls.
Oh.
Not sure about that because Harold's bet full pot on the flop and now sized down on the turn. Not really indicative of a king. Jesus.
That's that 9 you were talking about, but now we have the 2 kings though. But
yeah. Does Harold now think, well, I'm blocking some full houses? It's not PLO, is it? So I think he's just going to check back. And Mr. Pilgrim there losing out on a pretty big pot if he were to. He would have got the other 96 from Ivan, that's for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but just a little hint in the sizing scheme there. You know, the pot size bet on the flop and then the size down on the turn when you're quite deep stacked. Not going to be indicative of a strong hand there. So would have liked to see Dan raise the turn.
Yeah.
He's seen his opponent already kind of limping in and doing some goofy stuff, so Don't think we want to be too scared of the better kings for the smaller sizing, but unfortunately, you know, he's thinking to himself now, almost a little shake of the head there, it's kind of realizing could have won a big pot there.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but still.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Especially three ways, you know, you've got a guy that's a little bit unconventional, let's say, and it's difficult to work it out on the fly. Easy for us to say, we can see the whole cards.
Exactly.
So Joel, I got it right that time.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the last mistake I made on the Stewart illusion.
Tobias,
yeah, three betting.
Seat, yeah, making it 21 to go.
And a nice little friendly smile as well. That's good. We don't want to see robots here.
No.
Staring people down. It is, after all, a fun and friendly low stakes cash stream, so good stuff. Ivan comes in for the cold call. Why not? Suited, three gapper. And it's going to be heads up. So Tobias versus Ivan here, and there's a 10 in the window, followed by another one and a queen. So could be getting some money back after the cooler versus Mr. Pilgrim in the previous holding. And Tobias actually does have a gut shot with an overcard as well, so could be a board where he just goes for the bet call and runs the equity, but does elect to check back. What's Ivan going to do with the 10? He's going to play it passively once more,
yeah,
on the double flush draw board, hoping to extract a bet out of his opponent, thinking, well, if he's got a hand like jacks or nines, maybe he takes a stab now. He doesn't. Surely the game's up for Ivan now. He's done enough trapping so far.
Yeah.
And he does chuck out the one yellow chip. And Tobias, with a wry smile, knows the game is over, essentially. I think he's probably not thinking about a 10, but more hands like 9s, 8s, and pocket jacks in this kind of spot. Looks like a pretty milky half-pot bet, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and
must say.
You know, double flush draw board on the turn. If Tobias, Ivan did have a bluff, he might have fired the turn, so kind of difficult for him to show up with worse than ace-jack in this spot.
Still thinking about it, though. Now he lets it go, right?
Yeah, folds. Nice lay down there, correctly deducing that his opponent...
I'm gonna reach for my apple juice over there.
problem.
Can you reach it, sir? Thank you.
There we
Stay
are.
hydrated, as
Absolutely.
we said.
That's
important.
the name of the game here at the festival.
Yep, yes, for sure.
Oh, they've given me sparkling water.
Oh.
Well, that's the kick I wasn't expecting.
Now then, can we hear the table banter? Some discussions going on. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about right now, but laughs are all over. Yeah, and we did have someone coming back, and it's Simo himself, right? In seat number 9. Reloading.
Good man, so a fresh 200.
Yeah.
Was indeed scrambling around, getting some money out from the cash desk, maybe punching the wall on the way out.
maybe. Yeah. Reloading, maybe take a bit of fresh air outside.
Fresh air, yeah.
It's actually raining in about 1 degree Celsius, so it's perfect to...
It's a perfect week to be inside,
yes,
that's for sure.
It is, for sure. Yeah. Now then, Konstantinos, our Greek friend, coming with the 10 race with the King 10.
Yeah.
Seems like no one wants to tangle with him, though. No,
Yeah,
not even Joel.
He seems to have a good idea of what's going on. I think from what we've seen so far, he definitely seems to be a strong player, as well as Joel.
Yeah.
Dan, of course. How much is the rake? Famous last words. Send the security guards in and get him out of here.
Yeah. You will have
10 years of bad rivers.
Yeah,
Just for mentioning that word.
the reverse voodoo. Yeah,
And now it's on tape as well, right?
yeah, exactly. So there's
Yeah.
nowhere to
So
hide.
next
Betty.
time he comes into the casino, beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep, the
yeah.
car's not working.
Step aside, please, sir.
We're going to the basement, sir. It's going to be a strip search and more.
Do you remember this moment on screen? Thomas.
You said the R word.
Yes. We don't talk about rake here. We just fly the chips in.
Yes, as Thomas does with the ace queen, and Ivan wakes up with the ace 10 suited just behind, and comes in for the call. Or do you know? A 3-bet 20, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Simo's in as well.
Simo looking to get back.
Yeah.
Still stuck 400 already, so yeah, we want to get in, see a flop with the king 10 suited. What
Yeah.
about
That bit
when
of
he
fresh
gets
air
back
didn't work
to
out by the looks of it.
we'll see.
It's straight in there.
Well, the risk is that Thomas might do something more here now there when it comes around to him.
Yeah, he's going to have a decent idea on how active these guys have been. I mean,
Exactly,
both
yeah.
of them have almost been in every hand so far, so he's, yeah. So 720, call, figuring it out. He's got 293. Can definitely 4-bet here. Folding is definitely out of the question. It's just a case of...
Oh, he shoves.
He's going to just shove. Okay. I don't mind that in this dynamic. I don't think he'd be taking ace-queen versus two tighter players, that's for sure, but...
Even 100 behind. Do we want to gamble? Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. What about Mr. Stuck at the
Yeah.
moment then? No, Simo, not that
No, he's going to save...
eager.
Going to save the 180 behind.
Yeah, and
For a
this was
rainy
a
day.
good decision probably, as we see the 8 high flop then between Ivan and Thomas. Ace queen
would have
well
hit the
ahead.
king.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He would have won. No, yeah, he still would have won, but now Thomas secures this one with the queen. But yeah, now Simo is regretting. He wasn't that tilted. Oh,
Let's see
maybe
we
if I
can
was 1,000 stuck, I would have called with that king 10.
Let's see if we can see a close-up on Simo. The steam coming out of his ears. Just
not
a little
really.
look away
Yeah.
from the table, kind of composed. Okay, not
yeah.
too bad.
Not destroying any chairs
No,
or
that's for sure.
flipping any tables just yet. No, composed gang, these 9 players that we have in front of us.
Good table so far.
Yeah,
Good mix of action.
absolutely.
Got a couple of guys who aren't afraid to get in the mix with, let's say, less than premium holdings. Got a couple of players playing pretty sharp, nice sizings, good aggression. And yeah, good mix to get our Tuesday night underway here for the cash game stream.
Yeah, and poker ass, or poker S maybe in Swedish. 1, 2, 3. Your test is confirmed hereby.
Yes,
Welcome
it's
to the
working.
chat. It's working.
We see you, sir.
Yeah, we see you. You can send your nudes in the chat as well. Now, those might be blocked, hopefully, but yeah.
Just DM those.
Get it, slide into George's DM if you want to do those kind of things. No, please don't. And at least not yet. It's only, what is it, 9:30 local time. After
Absolutely.
midnight, it's time for those things, right?
Plenty of time for that.
Now then, Thomas, 9-5 suited. Let's it go though. Ivan. Now then, back in up to 200, just even for the day. I think he started with exactly 200. So yeah, he's refilling another 200. These guys are not the winners so far. Seat 8 and 9, the friends. But yeah, still plenty of play left. I think we're just about almost an hour into this first 2-hour session of Texas Hold'em.
Absolutely right.
And neither player has any ace, so good flop for Ivan with the queen 10.
Yeah. Joel on the straddle. Ivan just limping in. And Joel's going to check that one back. Wary that he might be getting trapped sometimes by a weakish top pair.
Yeah.
What sort of hands are going to limp here? Yeah, it's going to conventionally, I guess, be some pairs, some broadways, some weaker ace-X. And the run out is favourable for Ivan, so let's see if he goes for some extraction now, maybe looking to get some value from a hand like a 7. Joel can have just about any 2 cards here, removing some of the stronger ones, so this value bet of 10 seems fair, and yeah, it does call with the king high, so that's going to be a small pot in the direction of Ivan there.
Yeah. Couple of big blinds.
Yep, that all adds up.
Absolutely.
And with the straddle, almost a bit of a cheat code because he's only won 2 big blinds in the hand, but he's won 5 for the week-long tournament.
Yeah.
For the most big blinds won. So
True.
small pick up there.
True.
So to get things started, who's the biggest winner so far? I know we've got our Greek friend there. He's won about 50 big blinds. I think Pilgrim's up a little bit as well.
Yeah, it
He's
should
had
be up around almost 100 big blinds, right?
Yeah, potentially up about 200. Don't seem to be any other big winners thus far, but we do still have an hour to go of the stream.
Yeah.
See if anyone can chuck a few hundred big blinds to the weekly leaderboard.
Yeah.
Edge ever closer to the caricature and the free package for a festival stop in 2024.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna compare the stacks against what they started with, and yeah, Daniel's in for 500, so it's he's up
Nice
to 70 actually.
Yeah, 135
euros
blinds.
counted. Yeah,
That's a solid effort in an hour's play.
definitely.
And Mattia opening it up with the Queen 10 on the button. Tobias in the big blind with the King Deuce suited. He's going to 3-bet. And gets the offsuit hand to fold. So nice work there from the hooded man in seat 5.
Yeah.
With a wry smile, picking up a small pot.
Yeah, and if you are nearby and want to get in the mix and try to go for this cash game challenge, there will be tables played throughout the week. They will not all of them will not be on stream, but there's also possibility to play this cash game challenge off stream in the casino. So just make sure you make your way to the Banco Casino in Bratislava and take part of this action, or maybe play a couple of tournaments. There's a lot of them. And the festivalseries.com got you all covered with the schedule. And yeah, big main event coming up. You said Frankie was expecting almost 2,000 runners.
Yeah, it does. That's the early estimations. I think we had about 100 in the flight I saw today, just under.
Yeah,
but of course it's Tuesday, right? So
yeah.
We've got flights all week, and I believe multiple flights on a couple of days. I'm going to get the information up right now, so we can have a look at the... we can run through some of the events that are coming up.
Yeah, I think so. Should do. As we see Mattia coming with the 3-bet. Ace Jack off. Makes it 30. It was Joel in seat number 2. Also called Stuart on stream now with the Ace 10. But look at this one. Our man in the yellow, Mr. Konstantinos, suited Ace King.
Yep.
And he's sitting with almost 300 in the big blind. Comes, of course, with the 4-bet now then. First of the night, I think. 90.
Yeah, see him size up to the full 3x here.
Yeah.
Which is a little greedy, I would say. I don't think you need to go so big, but he sees kind of a loose table. He believes that he might get a bit more action than usual. People are trying to jostle for those big blinds won, so maybe a little bit less sensitive to the price, and does just take it down with the 90.
Quick folds from Joel and Mattia.
Yeah, so the festival schedule today was the main event day 1A, as we mentioned, getting under 100 runners. Tomorrow we've got day 1B, that starts at 12 o'clock. Day 1C on Thursday starts at 12 o'clock as well. And then you've got a turbo on Thursday at 8 o'clock. On Friday, day 1E, with also the turbo at 8 o'clock, day 1F. And then straight into the day 2 on Saturday. So the first of five flights today. Yeah. And you're going to see the majority of the players, of course, waiting till Friday to get their stacks through. Lots of people just come for a kind of a long weekend, play the main event, maybe 2 bullets, one in the day 1D, one in the day 1F or E.
Yeah. And the main event is 550 buy-in, so yeah, it's going to be a huge prize pool. For sure. As we see 3-way now to the flop with Tobias, Daniel and Simo.
Beg my pardon, 6 flights, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then we've got day 3 is going to be streamed from 1:30 on Sunday, the culmination, of course. So plenty of action, and if you do go over to the festival website, www.thefestival.com, you'll be able to find this schedule quite easily. And it's just a jam-packed schedule, as always. Tomorrow we've got the PLO High Roller, the 1.1k. Looking forward to that one, alongside 2 cash game challenges. So plenty of stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what have we got here? We've got some, everyone with a bit of a piece.
Yeah, everyone has something with this board.
Yeah.
As Daniel's calling the bet from Simo.
Yeah, he's got the
Simo
best
with
of it
the
so far.
open-ended 10-9. Tobias.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a great card.
That's an action card. Look
Great
at this
card.
one.
Yeah, Dan might be able to get away now,
Yeah.
but 2 pair versus a straight.
Absolutely.
And Tobias is going to bet his 2 pair in position 35. South of half pot here.
Simo quickly all in and
Gets
a call from
shoved on,
Tobias.
and yeah, this is a little bit quick of a call. And yeah, bad news. Snow, Jack, all 8 on the river. And Dan, lucky he got away, as he'd have improved the trips, and that, of course, would still have been no good versus the straight. But a very quick call there from Tobias. And doubles up Simo,
Yeah.
who had a bit of a bad run of it earlier, and now he's sat with 200 big blinds, so getting back towards the break-even mark.
Yeah, I think he's
Nicely
in
done.
for 600 total, so still stuck a little bit, but yeah, on the right way at least.
Mhm.
There we have it.
Very quick jam and lots of better hands than Jack 8, I would imagine, in there. Lots of straights, lots of better 2 pairs as well. Quite a few bluffs, so Tobias there maybe taking a little bit little in terms of the time, but unfortunately did run into the better holding there.
Yeah.
It's going to be Simo in seat 9 who's taking advantage of that one.
You dealer change then,
Mhm.
guys. Oh, he brought his tips back.
Oh,
I forgot to cash it.
Maybe hoping for more.
Yeah, exactly. Building.
Yep.
Biggest winner is the dealer. Gets a package for the next stop.
Yeah, well, Mr. Pilgrim might have something to say about that.
Perhaps. Now some apple juice orders being placed from Harald.
Mhm.
And yeah, reaching for some water. Yeah, why not?
It's a short glass for a water, no?
Yeah, well. Actually, you missed yesterday. We had a tequila race,
Oh, really?
a shot race on the table. Yeah,
Good lord.
so it brought the action the last 30 minutes.
I bet it did.
So some big pots out after those shots, of course. So we'll see if these players get into that as well, as they have like 45 minutes or so to go over this stream and this part of the cash game challenge. Our 3rd session. 2 sessions yesterday. This is the 3rd, and then later on tonight we'll have another one, 2 hours of PLO.
Looking forward to that. Yep. My
Yeah.
favourite game, so always a pleasure to commentate on the PLO, see what kind of standard we've got in there.
Yeah.
Usually expecting a little bit looser than the Hold'em, of course. Lots of information out there on Hold'em these days, lots of streamers, lots of training content being pushed out on YouTube and other platforms, so it's been a fairly strong standard, I would say, so far
Yeah.
on the Hold'em, but interested to see how that transcends into the PLO later on. Don't go anywhere after the next 45 minutes or so. We'll just be taking a short break and continuing for that later on. So what have we got here? We got a small piece for Daniel. He's got bottom pair. Simo, he's on a bit of a roll now.
Yeah.
Doubles up, flops top pair in the 4-way coup. Ivan swing and a miss with his pocket 4s, and Joel.
Yeah.
Joel.
Oh, he hits as well.
Now he hits.
Yeah.
That's a nice smile.
Now then, Stuart. Oh, I did it. Joel.
You did it. Come on.
Is taking over the lead now with the ace queen. Goes for the 45 bet. And it's, of course, enough to get Ivan out with the 4s. Simo quickly gives up as well as
Wow.
Daniel. And yeah,
Instantly relinquishes the king 10 there. Impressive.
Joel / Stuart then
Yep.
picks down this pot.
Advantageous turn card, taking it down. Oh, I'm liking this production quality.
Yeah,
We just saw
yeah.
a little bit of off-table action, a couple of smiles about the casino, nice friendly energy in the room.
Yeah,
And you can see a little bit of a close-up here of what's going on, yeah.
here we are. Look.
Good to get the table cam and the eagle-eyed dealer there, just not missing a beat.
Here he
Those
is.
eyes absolutely dialed in.
Yes, for sure. Joel then, nice 8-7 suited to kick it off under the gun. Makes it, was that 12 to go? 11? 12?
12. I
Oh,
guess he's
12.
opening into Dan in the straddle, I would imagine. And Mattia, we've
Yeah.
not seen much from him. And surprise, surprise, he's got a decent holding here. 3-betting in the next to act spot. Definitely been probably the most conservative player on the table, I would say, so far. But hasn't had an awful lot to work with, so, you know, not playing many hands so far. We're about, what, 20 hands in or so?
Yeah.
So it is quite often that you're just going to sit there card dead for 2 hours, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tobias, though, calling the
Yeah.
35 with just 160 behind now with the ace-5.
Yeah, more of a kind of 4-bet or fold hand, really, but does elect to just peel one off. Does at least have the benefit of position versus these two players, and Joel's in there.
There we see them.
Yeah, lovely little close-up of the beautiful ace-king of clubs there. Let's see how he fares going to the flop. Is he going to retain that equity advantage that he's got 49% three-ways? No, he's not.
This is an action board,
No,
though.
he is not.
Look at this one.
Yeah. Got Joel with top pair. We've got Tobias with an overcard, a backdoor straight draw, and a front door flush draw.
Yeah.
And Mattia with the ace-king. He actually quite fancies his chances on this board. And,
Making it 50 to go, but not getting rid of Tobias, expecting him to shove this one, right?
yeah, I think it's a little bit of a optimistic bet here, 3-ways with the kind of pair-heavy cold calling range as well.
Yeah.
And Tobias does punish it straight away with the all-in, and I don't think Mattia's going to be able to call off here. Doesn't even have a backdoor flush draw, so
No.
maybe just betting ace-king of hearts here, or ace-king 1 spade could put you in a little bit of a more favourable position. But
Yeah.
does test the water and gets exactly what he was looking for. The show that he is going to be up against a lot of equity. And his opponent is going to have all sorts of hands, like jacks, tens, maybe some flush draws in this spot. And he does call it off.
Oh!
Okay, so he's happy to go to the races versus the flush draw. He thinks, well, if he's got jacks or tens, I've got 2 overcards. If he's got a flush draw, I'm ahead. So,
Yeah. And as you can see, pretty much
yep, flipping.
flipping, but
Yep.
Mattia slightly favored,
Lots of
52%.
spooky turn cards for Tobias, maybe a 4.
Nice
the
one
6 is
for
juicy
Mattia.
Mattia.
Oh, there it
there's
is.
the 4.
Yep.
The
The
4
spade.
off spades, indeed. So running it twice.
Oh,
First
they
four.
are. Sorry, we
Yeah,
missed
and
that
there's the
one. Yeah,
king.
okay.
That's,
We have another spade?
Nope.
Nope. So,
Choppy,
choppy. All right. Tobias regretting that decision to run it twice.
Absolutely.
There we have the hand of Tobias,
Little bit
ace-5.
of dead money in their pre-flop, so they do
Yeah.
chop up at least 11 big blind profit each.
Yeah, just letting the dealer chop it up between these guys then. And we're ready for the next hand. A lot of discussions going on the table here, different ones. So it seems to have been having a good time, these guys. As it's Simo and Pilgrim in the blinds. Joel will be under the gun now. He straddles, leaves it over to Mattia then to start the action as soon as we have some cards on the table just soon. And yeah, we're from, if you're just new to the stream and wondering what am I watching, you can see from, of course, from the title, it's the Cash Game Challenge. But what is the Cash Game Challenge? Well, it's all about winning as many blinds as possible during these challenges, 2-hour challenges, and the person who picks down the most number of blinds will win a package for our next stop in beginning or mid something in the spring of 2024. I think it's soon to be announced where and when we'll go next time. But right now we're concentrating ourselves on being here in Bratislava, the Banco Casino, for another 5 or 6 days to come.
Certainly are.
And yeah, George, you just arrived today, and actually, you did get a chance to play a couple of hands, though, right?
Yeah, played a little bit of 5-5-5 card, played some 2-2 Sviten.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got a bit of a flavor. I like to kind of hop around and have some fun with the guys. And yeah, played a little bit of the 2-2 5 card as well. Action was a bit slower there. Action in the 5-5 was okay, and then Sviten is kind of the mainstay cash game for throughout the week here.
There was already two Sweden tables running in the afternoon, early night here.
Afternoon, early evening, so definitely plenty of action going out on the cash games. And if you do want to check to see what's going on, you want some live updates on the cash games that are available, go over to bancocasino.sk. They've got the full itemization of all of the cash games available. So if you're local or you've come for the festival and you're just checking out the stream, that's where you can find the details on the cash games.
Yeah, quite convenient. Sit back home and watch what's going on.
Exactly.
Am I
is
to
this one
to go down there now or not?
Is the action juicy enough for me yet?
You should have some more information as well. If it's like the VPIP and
average VPIP, average pot size.
Yeah,
might
exactly.
Be online.
That's the next thing, perhaps, to put online there.
15 on the list. Average pot size 3K.
and a red light or something like blinking that said Frankie's on the table.
That kind of gives the game away already with the average pot size.
Yeah, then you don't need that.
Yeah.
Other statistics. Yeah. Now then, shuffling. Another deck, another set of cards, and we have some new hands to be distributed. Oh, we almost saw that flipped, that card, but yeah, stays with the button, Simo. And Mattia then first to act with the King 8. Already lets that go, but Harald, I don't think he folded, just the hand disappeared, but
Surely
we saw
not.
a couple of queens. Yeah, they're back. And how much did he open with? Makes it 21 to go.
Whoa.
Big one.
Okay, he does have a straddle, I guess, because he's opening under the gun in the +1. So
yeah.
Little 4.2x.
Yes, you can see Pilgrim. Did you make it 21?
Yeah. Come on, I got an ace. What's with it? Ah, the 3. Joel, not going to be getting in there. Nice little close-up on those skull and a little ushka look there to say, come on, someone give me a bit of action over here.
Please. Not much,
no dice.
Not much action.
Maybe a little bit of a giveaway, having been limping most hands and now kind of announcing the huge raise from under the gun. I think the players were eagle-eyed on not falling for that trap.
Not really. Now he's first to act, Harald. Let's see if he can find something this time as well. Just one queen this time. Queen 9 off. Puts them by the card reader. Does he want to play it? He limps. Not much other action right now going on, as it's just Daniel, seat number 1, making it 10 to go. Joel then, seat number 2, coming with the call with the 6s. Flop, Queen high. Neither player hits anything. It's Stuart 6s. They're good so far, but of course there are some overcards, so we'll see if any of the other players takes a stab at this one. But it's, Daniel continuing with 20 bet.
Yeah, should work.
Yeah. Joel is out, as
not
is
much you
Harald.
can do with the 6s there, with another player behind, and not even a backdoor flush draw.
No.
And Mr. Pilgrim, good timing on the airball c-bet there.
I'm just going to go step away for a little second. I'll leave you with George, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, so it's been somewhat of a slow start for the 2-2 stream, but the biggest winner so far on the left of your screen, Mr. Pilgrim, with a stack of around 800 euros in for 500. So that's going to be 150 big blind profit for him so far if we were to close things now. But we've got around about, let's say, 30 to 40 minutes of action left for the first stream of the day, and we're going to continue with the 2-2 PLO later, of course. See if we get any action here. Simo with the ace-jack suited does call. Looks like we've got a double straddle button Mississippi going on. And Joel here with the queen 5 off. See if he elects to get fruity. Conventionally, when you see people limping into the bigger straddle, often not going to be folding that much. And we've got a really interesting board developing as Simo flops strips and Joel has 2 pair. So it's going to be a bet and a call. And the 7 of spades maybe elects Joel to get away. I think he's probably going to call one more street, but it's not ideal. He could be up against a hand like King 10 offsuit. It's tough to say what a limping range would look like. Typically when the straddle's bigger, people are less incentivized to enter the pot, so it's going to be more suited than offsuit, so the flush completer could be quite treacherous. However, he does call once more, and the 4th spade rolls off on the river, which is not great news for Simo, but looks like he's going to go for some thin value, just targeting the queen, hoping that his opponent doesn't have a spade with it. And does indeed cut out 40 into 94. So going for a 3rd barrel for value. And wow, Joel raises as a bluff, finding a little bit of weakness in that river sizing there from Simo, sizing down on the 4th spade, and yeah, turning his hand into a bluff there, trying to represent some kind of hand like pocket 7s, queen jack, decent spade. Nicely done. It's good to see some creativity being implemented here. And it gets rewarded, you know. It's difficult for your opponent to really perceive you to have many bluffs in that spot when the 4th spade rolls off and you've already called 2 streets in position. Understanding the queen 5 not having an awful lot of showdown there and deciding to put his foot on the gas. Nicely worked out for Joel in seat 2. Been a strong player so far, been quite impressed with the standard of his play. And Simo elects to keep his tail between his legs, comes in for another limp with the King 10 offsuit. And Mr. Pilgrim is going to open it up to €10 with the 7 deuce. So that's the second 7 deuce we've seen VPIP, so I would be guessing that there is some kind of extra bounty in play. And he's going to have a lot of work cut out to win this pot as he runs into aces from Tobias in seat 5. Lurking in the big blind there and popping it up to 50 is Dan. Going to get himself into some trouble here. He does elect to wave the white flag. So 2 players remaining. Joel relinquishes the queen jack. Does Harold fancy trying to farm a set here with the pocket 4s? And he gets out as well. So rake free pot for Tobias, picking up €32 there. Pocket aces to go, and Dan, glad that he didn't have any devilish intentions of going upstairs in the form of a 4-bet, would have been met with an almost instant jam. Ivan, continuing the theme that we've seen from seat 8 and seat 9, just kind of looking to get in the pots cheap, playing a wide range of holdings. Limps with the 10-8 suited this time. Has he got any ideas of a limp raise, or is he just going to set his price? That's what he's going to do. He's just going to limp call. Joel coming along with the 6s. Harold feeling obliged to complete the action with the 9-8 off. So 4 ways to the flop. And Jack 5-9. So an open-ender for Tobias, an open-ender for Ivan with a backdoor flush draw. Joel completely misses, and Harold has middle pair. So lots of players connecting with this middling board. And Tobias, who was driving the action pre-flop, is going to continue in the form of about a third pot. Gets a call from Ivan. I think it's time for Joel to get out of there, and Harold comes along as well. Curious with his middle pair. Got the best of it so far versus 2 straight draws. Let's see if he manages to retain that advantage going to the turn. He does not. The 7 of diamonds, the perfect card for Ivan, improving to the nut straight with the redraw for the open-ended straight flush. What dreams are made of. And he's going to bet. When check 2 now, chucking in 25. Harold's picked up a gut shot, unfortunately to a chop at best, and it's a really safe card for Ivan, retaining the nuts on the river, and just a question of value extraction now. How much am I going to get? Firing out 75 pretty quick with that bet, around about half pot. And if you're thinking about, okay, so he's limp called pre-flop, he's bet when check 2 3 ways on the turn, and he instantly fires half pot. Harold correctly deducing that the 9 is shriveling up in value versus such an action, and does get out the way, and Tobias left with no option with the queen high but to relinquish that one. So a nice pot for Ivan there, picking up €110 profit plus 55 big blinds for the cash game challenge. And cards in the rare for the next one. Probably going to have time for about 5 or 6 more hands, I would guesstimate. And Ivan, who's been looking to get in there nice and wide, continuing that theme with the King 8 suited limp. Simo coming along with Ace Deuce off. Dan, Ace 4 off. He's going to pop it up to 15, looking to drive some action here, looking to punish those limpers. And Joel with the 7 deuce deciding, you know, he's seen 2 early position limps and a fairly healthy sized ISO. Maybe not the best spot to come in for the cold 3 bet with the 7 deuce. Unfortunately incorrect on this occasion. Would have got the job done unless Dan found some real fireworks. So we're probably going to be going 3 ways to the flop. And it's Dan versus C8 and C9. No one really flopping a piece here. Dan's got bottom pair. Simo's completely whiffed, which is quite a common occurrence with just ace deuce offsuit. Ivan's got a backdoor straight draw, overcard, backdoor flush draw. See if he continues. And Dan goes for a pretty juicy size. Goes for 25 into 49. Half pot. Looking to get some pocket 5s, pocket 6s maybe to fold, denying some equity to overcards, and gets the job done. So Dan back in the mix, Queen 10-0 from +1. Looser than standard, but definitely has been driving some of the action in this game and is looking to climb up the ranks of the Cash Game Challenge leaderboard. So why not get in the mix? Looks like he's going to get two pocket pairs as customers. Yep, Thomas peeling the deuces. And Ivan with the 4-3 does get out the way, showing a little bit of restraint now. So three-way action to the flop. Dan having the equity advantage and does flop an open-ender and should be able to get the job done here. 2s and 4s with no connection or interactivity on that board. Is Dan checked somehow? He's checked. Okay, so he checks and turns a queen, so it's going to be expecting a bet now. Top pair open-ender. Looking to extract some value from maybe some jack or 9x hands that are lurking around. And does get 2 folds, so gets the job done there with the delayed c-bet multi-way. And another little pickup for Mr. Pilgrim in seat 1. I'm joined again by Andreas.
You are. Did I miss anything? Oops.
Not an awful lot. Just Mr. Pilgrim running the show, really.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice,
Playing
nice.
some nice, loose, aggressive poker.
Yeah.
Certainly not the starting hands by standard, but he's implementing some nice aggression and making it work. Finding some decent boards to bluff.
Nice.
And yeah, just had the top pair there versus 2 under pairs, so took that one down as well.
Yeah.
Motoring along nicely and definitely forging a bit of a lead in terms of the table for the cash game challenge.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll see what number of blinds he's up right now. Then we know that he's in for 500 from the start.
Yeah, I think he'll be north of 800 by now.
Yeah, nice.
Harold again with the 6-9 offsuit.
Yeah.
Maybe his favorite hand, or maybe just wanting to get in there.
Yeah.
Thomas is knows his customer, knows that his opponent's been a little bit splashy. He's going to take it upstairs. Yeah, down with the 8-15, so he's up over 150 bigs.
Yeah, exactly. Nice
Gets
one.
out the way with the 5-3. And Harold does limp fold the 6-9, so didn't fancy continuing out of position versus such a healthy size.
No. And now we are about an hour and a half into this 2-hour cash game challenge. This actually is the chip count and the winnings right now then. Daniel, 315 euros up. So 150 blinds just north of. And Stuart also in the mix with the 292 euros plus. And we can see Simo, despite doubling up a little while ago, still the one has lost the most number of blinds and euros so far. And this is the aggression frequency as well. Look at this one. Actually, Konstantinos in the bottom, 17%. And Daniel, Mr. Pilgrim, not too surprisingly, up front with almost 50%.
Yep. Him and Joel, seat 1 and seat 2 there, have been definitely doing the lion's share of the aggression. We've seen seat 8 and seat 9 be on the more conservative side, I would say, in terms of pre-flop aggression, just kind of limping in and getting in the mix, trying to flop something.
Yeah.
So interesting to have that kind of dynamic on the table with the 2 aggressive players in position of the 2 more passive players.
Now then, it's Tobias' turn with the kings, but it doesn't seem like too much action.
Yeah,
Pilgrim is thinking about it. 9-7.
Nowhere near, really.
Ah, lets it go.
Yeah, even suited by the book,
Yes,
you wouldn't
does.
want to be getting in
Joel
there
with
with.
the 4-2. Nope. No action for Tobias.
Nope, unfortunately not. He's had some big holdings. That's kings, aces we saw. He had the ace-5 suited, flopping the nut flush draw as well. So not been a bad stream for him for a couple of hours work.
Not at all. What about the chat then? Are you awake, guys?
Yeah, let us know what you're up to, what you're
Yeah.
looking forward to across the week.
Or do you
Which
have any
events you're playing?
interesting inside information on any of these players, perhaps? We had some Greek being spoken to Konstantinos.
Oh, yes.
And maybe some other friends or family are watching and can give us some insight on these guys. It's always fun to hear. And now as we see Harald, another call.
Thomas folding ace-7 suited there, and the hijack. That's a yellow card from me. I don't like to see that. Come on, pal. Let's get in there. with the suited ace versus a player that's been limping almost every hand.
But he's still in, bro. Right? I think the graphics are wrong. I think Thomas still
Is he
has
limped?
cards.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
he's just over limped then.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
fair
think
enough.
so.
Well, it's better than folding. But I think decent reason to just ISO that one.
Yeah. Ivan flopping top pair. And now the graphics are a little bit off. We'll see if
just
we get the
catching up a
cards
little bit.
back. Now let's see then. Yeah, Thomas is still in. It's a mystery hand yet though, but maybe you actually saw the. Did you say ace or something?
Ace 7 of spades, I believe.
Okay,
he's got.
spades, alright.
So he's
Yeah.
got, just a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, overcard type thing. Not looking to get too involved three ways. Ivan's top pair goes down in value somewhat on the king, but still reason to believe that he can extract some value. Does elect to check. And it's a jack on the river. Surely going to be seeing a bet from him now.
Yeah.
Unless Harold decides to bluff his 7 highs, Mr. Double Straight Draw.
Might very well be the case. It's the only chance to win anything in this hand, but surely it's going to be looked up by Ivan with the 2 pair.
Absolutely will be.
37 is the bet.
Snaps him off, and no dice for Harold.
No. So another pot for Ivan. Showing the 2 pairs. And Harold, unfortunately, no luck with that, trying to steal on the river.
No, just bad timing from him there. Unfortunately, he hasn't had the best run of it on the feature table so far. He's been trying to get in there and play as many pots as possible, but flops haven't really been going his way. Did make that double barrel earlier into 2 players that both had trips, so it's a question of timing for Mr. Howe, but he's smiling it off. Kind of the hand up to Pilgrim there, as if to say, all right, mate, all right, mate, I can't win a hand over here. And your chatty chips over there with all the profit.
Yeah, exactly. Buyers all around, Pilgrim. Mattia looking a bit almost tired. Let's see. What do we have here?
Got some information to be bringing you. Looks like we're playing super multi-way limp pot here. Joel's
really?
try and VPip the 7 deuce. Isn't allowed by Mr. Pilgrim, who's going to pop it up on the button to 35. Sees a lot of weak ranges, dead money, and decides to go after it. Harold, is he getting fed up of limp folding, or is he going to commit 35 euros here? My guess is he folds. I think maybe Tobias gets in there. Oh, he does call. And Simo with the Queen 8, trying to get in there cheekily with just 1 player to act, but too much action for him. And we're heads up to the flop. Queen 5 versus King 10.
Oh, no, finally Harold finds something.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice little bit of late stream momentum.
Yes.
For Harold.
Looking for the check raise. I didn't know.
Just going to shove it in.
What's happening?
Like, I've got equity, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And bit weird when you've got the flush draw with the pair as well, because
I mean,
kind of
if it went for the check raise all in maybe, but now just shipping it.
Yeah, kind of just saying, like running into either overpairs or getting overcards to fold. And if Dan might have turned a king or 10 of diamonds, he could have won a nice pot, but instead just kind of announcing that he's connected with the flop and sending it home. Oh, looks like we got the stream running there.
Yeah.
That is a bit sneaky, isn't it?
Isn't it, right?
By the book.
Watching back. Oh, look, it's Joel. Is that really allowed? Sir.
What's up, poker enthusiasts? What's up, Beaujolais? How are you doing?
Hi, guys. Yeah, sure. A lot of poker enthusiasts in this booth, not to say the least, Mr. George Sanford. And we could do some. I think I know you're just starting. Now you're chewing on something. So that was bad on me to do. To ask you something. Perfect. But you're streaming. You're back to streaming a little poker as well, right?
I'm doing a charity bankroll challenge. So starting with 5k.
Yeah.
Playing low stakes tournaments from the start. And once I get that 5 to 50, I'm going to donate the original 5k bankroll to a charity of the viewer's choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right.
So it's nice to have a bit of giving back in this game where I've been a pro for many years now, and it does feel like it's kind of take, you know. So I wanted to have a little bit of a story element behind it where at least I could do something rather than just putting it into my pocket.
Yeah.
Doing something for the greater good. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's the theme behind that one, and yeah, just getting going. Nothing major so far, but it's going to be a long-term project. Of course, playing small stakes tournaments, you're not expecting to win big money straight away. But Tobias still has the best of it here, and Konstantinos, who did fire the turn and the flop after raising pre-flop. Is he going to go for the 3-barrel? No spade in his hand. King Queen not having such great removal as maybe a hand like Queen 10, where at least you potentially block some of your opponent's stronger ace-x, but
and Konstantinos gives it up. Checks behind, and Tobias takes down this one.
I don't think he would have got that one through versus Tobias there with the spade and top pair.
Not. But coming back to that bankroll challenge, then, have you done that before?
No.
On stream?
So that was an idea from a friend of mine, Endrit.
Yeah.
He said we're sort of talking about ideas on how to gain a bit more interaction, because often there's many people streaming out there, right?
Yeah.
And there's many people kind of doing the same thing, doing a bankroll challenge, but the charity element, I think, adds a little bit of a unique selling point.
Absolutely.
So that's the idea behind that, and there's going to be a PLO series on a site that isn't at the top of the list, so I'm not going to name it.
All right.
But I'm going to be firing that up from next Monday onwards. So after the culmination of this.
Yeah. So make sure you hit that
streaming.
stream up then.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The Twitch handle is
Poke Athlete.
Poke Athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Poker Athlete.
Make sure you follow George in his quest for glory and money for the charity then.
Yeah.
And
my choice would be a dog-related one, but let's see what the viewers want.
Exactly.
It's all at their discretion.
Yeah. I can vote for the dog thing as well. So
the Dogs Trust, doing some good work out there.
Yeah, definitely. Right then, now
then.
Miss. For all of these guys, Ivan with the backdoor flush, but nothing much else for these guys. We have a 7 for Mattia though.
A little stab in position.
Yeah. Why not? Got something.
And Simo did have some backdoor potential, but always tricky to continue out of position when there's an ace-high board. When you do improve to a pair, you could still be behind, so just electing to get out the way.
Yeah. Harold now then with the Mississippi straddle by the looks of it. Puts a 5 on the dealer button, which means that he will be the action will start from the button then instead of like the normal when you have the blinds. So small blind first to act since it's been Mississippi straddled. And Tobias, Jack 10, calling. Thomas, not much. Oh, kings again. A lot of big pairs on this board actually. Ivan this time with the 15 raise. Daniel, surely want to see a flop for 15 with the ducks.
With the ducks. The patience of ducks. There's no
we
chance
got one guy out of us 2 in the booth that likes this hand, the ducks. And it's not me. So, but is he flopping just a set, or is it going to be a 4 of a kind?
Well, you don't want to get too greedy, right? You want the kings to have a fighting chance. If there's too many ducks on the flop, it gives the game away. So let's just go with the set to start and the quads on the turn. I think that's the nice way of doing it.
The odds are pretty good. No deuces folded.
Can we see one?
Oh no!
So close.
How is it possible? But it's coming on the river, right?
It's coming.
If we get there,
he just needs to remain a believer.
Yeah. Why not? Joel might still stay in mid-pair and backdoor flush.
Yep.
And it's like just a small 25, so yeah, surely. He wants to see a turn.
Really nice turn cards for him. A 5 and the 8 are really disguised. So even if you are running into a better hand right now, and look at that, that's a heart as well. That keeps him interested for sure.
Absolutely. And even
keeps Ivan a little bit wary of potentially some straights improving.
Yeah, look, the ducks would have won.
The ducks would have won.
Of course.
No sweat. And Joel now with the 5 versus these quick checks is going to take it to showdown, just hoping his opponent had missed diamonds potentially, but Ivan there with the rise smile with the kings is going to show that one down.
Yeah.
And, fortunate not to face a bet, but I guess Joel thinking, you know, I can still beat hands like King Jack of Diamonds, Ace Jack of Diamonds, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Ace
Absolutely.
4. So yeah, Nightbot is giving you some information on the festival series. 3rd consecutive appearance here at the illustrious Banco Casino. Someone's been typing that into Chat GPT or something.
Or maybe it's the casino themselves handling the Nightbot this time. Yeah. We'll see. It might be the ever so funny Jan Pachka that's doing the some Nightbot as well on the side. Well, now then, Ivan, I don't think he folded the ace queen suited, right? No, we can see
it looks like
chips.
a huge raise of 20 to go.
Exactly. And ace queen suited, why not? Seems like Simo has called him right behind. And Daniel, Mr. Pilgrim stays
flicking
in.
20 as well.
Simo, mystery hand.
Okay,
Daniel,
Dan's got the
king 10. Stuart, Joel then, also staying in with the 7-5 suited, why not? Nice hand against these hands now, at least. As we see another ace being folded, we go to a flop 4 ways.
Everyone's having a bit of a gamble as the stream comes to an end. I guess we've got about 2 or 3 hands remaining.
Yeah, something like that, so it's time to make those extra blinds.
Absolutely, and what a spot for Ivan there. Top pair on a really sort of safe-looking flop, let's go with. Does have the backdoor flush draw for emergency.
Simo does with the mystery hand. Does he have anything with this board? We'll see. Yeah, seems like they're all folding. Ivan getting away with it with the top pair. Nice hand, of course.
And taking it down.
Yeah. Yeah, final hands then. We have a straddle from Simo, and Daniel folds the Jack 8. Joel then, seat number 2, 9-7. Lets it go. Mattia, Ace King, another big hand. Makes it 15 to go by the looks of it. Yeah, confirmed as well, as Tobias is calling with the King Jack. 4s for Thomas. Surely he'll stay in as well. Or does he want to do anything more creative? No, looks like just a call.
Just a call, fair enough.
Yes.
Trying to farm a little 4. We see one in Ivan's hand, so there's only one remaining.
Yeah. Bad news for Thomas.
Should have had the ducks.
Yeah. Surely going to be at least one of them on this flop, right?
You'd think so.
Let's see who favors from this one. Oh, it's Mattia for sure, and Tobias then with the mid pair open straight draw as well. Might be in some trouble at least.
Yeah, I could see some action here.
Yeah, Simo yet again with a mystery hand. Now he places it on the board, and you can see that it's ace deuce or club, so nothing much for him. As Mattia has bet with his flop straight 35, and Tobias quickly calls. And no more bad news for him on the turn, so we'll see if he gets away. Maybe this time if there's a bigger bet coming from Mattia, I'll expect that, but let's see what he chooses. How big we are going. It's 132 in the middle, makes it 55, a little bit less than half pot then. And well, is Tobias giving it up? No, makes the call. Let's see if he can find a split. He cannot. No ace.
So the ace king holding up, of course, flopping the nuts.
So one of the bigger pots actually of the night so far. 242 already in the middle, and Mattia betting, putting Tobias all in here now.
Yeah, tough spot. Facing bets on every street. You got to think it's got to be tough to find a bluff here. Ace 8, I guess. Ace 9.
Yeah.
But to follow through for 3 streets, that requires a lot of metal. And
maybe a king 10.
Yeah, king 10. 10-9.
Yeah. Looks like a fold, right? Yeah. Tobias lets it go. And yeah, nice pot though. Mattia up to 650, 654 even. And Still in the mix for the cash game challenge, of course, but I think the overall leaders right now in this session is Daniel and Joel in seat 1 and 2, and maybe Mattia is third then. So table is leaning to the left.
Plenty of weight across the left side.
Yeah. As we said, just a couple of hands to go before we're done with the Texas part of this cash game challenge for today. But then we're going to have a break for about 30 minutes, I think. And we'll be back with the PLO action. 2 hours of live stream 2-2 PLO coming to you. And of course, with the PLO wizard, Mr. Sanford in the booth will be.
The results don't speak for that right now, but we're trying to battle through the downswing.
Yeah.
But certainly, without me being in there, I can definitely try and give some insight into what's going on.
Maybe we should put you on the table, though.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Commentating, you can have live commentating.
Yeah. Jumping back in for the last half hour.
Yeah. And let's see. Now then, some more action. You can see that it's about the last few hands. Everyone wants to take a shot at it. See a flop with some at least decent hands for all of these guys. And look at this for a flop. It's not for these guys, but it would have been nice if George was in the mix, but surely he would have flopped four of a kind, right?
The Quaddingtons, they never see it coming.
No, so who's going to take a stab at this one then? Does anyone want to win the 82 that's already in the middle? Last chance on the flop for Konstantinos as he goes for it. Makes it 20, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And as we said, not much to the board for any of these players, but maybe Daniel wants to get sneaky and just come for the check raise. Yeah. And nice.
Wow.
Read. And
great timing from Mr.
absolutely.
Coburn. Didn't see that one coming, and
No.
I don't think it's going to be easy for his opponents to see it coming either. He's in the straddle, so it says, you know what, I've got a decent amount of suited deuce-X in there.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys probably going to be struggling on this board. And Konstantinos actually not snap folding with just queen high, so potentially he's got some kind of intuition that his opponent might be getting a bit frisky on this card. There are lots of potential bluffs, 6-5, 6-8.
Oh, look at this one. Nice one, Konstantinos.
Piling it home with the queen high.
Nice.
And no show.
No show, yeah. Wow. You have to wait 30 minutes since we're on a delay, and then you can see it. He couldn't resist it.
He couldn't help it. I was going to say, it's a pretty boss move to go for the Phil Ivey no show, you know, just the cards down in the muck, stone face, but he fancied a look. I mean, I think he was getting a little bit of banter around the table as if to say, come on, you got to show that one. As Amovoro Skioraki, his friend in the chat, goes mad.
Yeah, I'll translate that from Greece without knowing. My guess is, way to go,
Let's
mate.
Go. Yeah. Some kind of vamos type
thing. Baby.
Yeah, he sniffed it out there really nicely. Good intuition. Definitely a board that Dan, who's been the most active player on the table, to be fair to him, potentially going for one spot too many, and Konstantinos just deciding, you know what, buddy, if you got it, you got it, but I don't think you got it, so I'm all in.
Yeah. And timing was perfect. Oh, you're tired, Thomas. Wake up. You can go on a break soon.
Yeah, exactly. Get yourself fresh for the PLO.
Exactly. Maybe come back and win some more. Daniel now then. Is he tilted?
Ooh, 6-3.
Yeah.
Crikey.
And Stuart, or Joel then, with
Joel
the 7
Stewart.
deuce.
Yeah.
And, well, it's Simo well ahead, ace-jack.
Yeah, but Matteo's actually going to drive the action in the form of
He
a
does,
third pot bet with the 3s.
Yeah.
And could hit the 3 out of nowhere if he would. He would get a big pot out of Simo. Doesn't, unfortunately. Does he go for the second barrel here? 3s, no spade. Nope, elects to
Gives it
check.
up. And
a great card for Simo on the river.
yeah, for sure.
Going to spend
Shoves
that one in,
it.
hoping to target some ace-10, ace-5, ace-9, ace-8, ace-7 type hands. Unfortunately, just the bluff from Mattia.
Yeah. But small pot though, at least for Simo. But I think he's the player who's stuck the most right now in this session, though. And yeah, just a couple of more hands to go before we finish this session of the Cash Game Challenge, the 2-2 Texas that we've been watching for about 2 hours now. Then, and yeah, it's been fun. A lot of nice hands being played, and we just saw the biggest bluff of the evening. Then Konstantinos reshoving on Pilgrim and showing the absolute bluff. And now it's Tobias, maybe the last chance for him to get in the mix. He folds to 5-3 though. Looks like this hand will not be a big one, but we'll see. It's Simo making it 5. No, he just called maybe. Yeah, okay. Then we go check in the blinds. €6 in the middle. And Daniel first to act. Flopping the gutter.
Yeah.
And
doesn't elect to take a stab.
No.
Wasn't
neither
expecting
player
to
does.
see a €6 pot going to the turn as one of the penultimate hands.
Look at this one.
There it is.
I got it.
Trust in the duck.
This is going to be a big... Oh, I bet it makes it 20 into 6.
And Joel
well,
just saying, all right, buddy.
I'm not falling for that one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now then, is this the final hand coming up? Maybe it's either this or the next one, I think. We'll see if we get another one. But yeah, we're on a clock. It's a 2-hour exact time limit because it is a number of big blinds to be won during the session. And yeah, I think right now, I think Pilgrim actually was ahead in terms of blinds in this specific session before he got bluffed off that hand. So now maybe it's Joel in seat number 2, or who has the most number of win blinds right now.
Potentially.
Or, yeah, it's between seat 1, 2, and 3.
There's been a little bit too much hands in the cookie jar to come to the end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that if you are going to employ that strategy, it works in waves. So you need to kind of be aware of your table image. And did get sniffed out by Konstantinos.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, right now he's at around €700, and he was in for 500, so he's about €100. Oh.
And Konstantinos, they may battle again. He's going to continue.
Yeah.
Could have a hand that might consider 4-betting sometimes, but just goes to the call. Harold in there nice and wide with the ace-9 off once again, and we do have an all-spade board. So Dan, gut shot, nut flush draw. Harold,
oh, nice one.
ace-9, 9-high flush draw. Could see some fireworks on a spade turn here. I don't think Harold's in a folding mood.
No.
Eyeing up his opponent
expect not. Now then, can Daniel get back like in the
20?
Lead, perhaps?
Something like
number of blinds.
25, that's a big bet.
Yeah.
Just looking to take it down now. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this. I think you want to go a bit smaller, keep in worse spades. You know, a hand like King 10 off, King Jack off, Queen Jack off, Queen 10 off with the spade. You don't want that to fold when you've got the nut spade draw. But it does just take it down, and regardless, a nice pickup, right? There's a lot of money in there. Can't fault him for wanting to take it down.
Right then. Now then, what might be the last hand of this session? With Joel C2 on the button, Mattia and Harald in the blinds, and maybe Tobias is straddling. Yep, he is. Makes it 5, so it's Konstantinos who will be first to act. See what he can find. Oh, not much. 8 deuce off. Thomas lets it go as well. What about the brothers, seat 8 and 9? I'm talking about Casino Together brothers. Simo calls the 5, 8, 7 suited. Joel stays in. King Queen on the button. Matthias folded. Harald's folding actually. Queen 7, not much. Actually, we had a race to 21 from Joel. He did not call on the button. He made it 21 to go. So, understandably, that they are folding then, the other guys. But Simo, one of the last chances to get even.
Certainly is.
Let's see if he can find something. Well, an 8, but no good news as Joel then has top pair with the King Queen.
Yeah, versus the middle pair, so he should be getting 1 street and does get a call on the flop, looking to fade the 7 or the 8. does. It's going to be a club though, so electing to check that one back. And the 6 on the river. We haven't seen too much aggressive tendencies from Simo, and just flicks it in there. And
bad news, Joel.
Another nice value bet,
also known as Stewart.
Yeah, Joel Stewart.
And now definitely he's in the lead of the number of blinds for this session, I think.
Is he in for 200?
No, 360, I think.
That's a strange number.
Yeah.
It's like whatever he had in his wallet.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. The number we have is he started with 360, but yeah.
Or is it 180 big blind specialist, maybe?
Exactly. That might just be the case. He's always buying for 180 bigs, no matter what.
Love it.
Oh, we get another hand, so not done just yet. Let's see. And this time the straddle from Konstantinos means that Thomas is first to act. Actually let the Queen 9 go, so I've given up on this session perhaps. Simo, shove. And now he's doing this. Well, you know, it's the last hand or something, so why not?
All the Italian.
I don't have much. I don't have much.
Hey, I'm all in.
Look, Konstantinos looks like he wants to, but nah.
No, not with the King 3. He's not falling for that one. Not his first rodeo. We've seen a strong play from Konstantinos.
Yeah.
And not going to fall for it with the King High there.
No, not that easy. That means we get time to see another hand before we are done for this session. Will we have a straddle for Thomas? No. Not looking like that.
Oh, he's all in blind.
Who is? Oh, Simo is.
Yeah.
Look.
Wow.
Well, maybe.
Play differently, play together.
Yeah.
We're definitely playing differently.
Let's see if someone wants to play together with him. It's a matter of who wants to win some more blinds, perhaps. That would be a nice position for Konstantinos, maybe, but he doesn't have much. But yeah, we have a Mississippi straddle, so we're starting in the blinds as well. And Tobias is out, Konstantinos is out, stands up. Looks like this is then the last hand of the game. And Ivan wants to look him up with the Jack 6 by the looks of it.
Ooh.
With like 4 or 5 players behind.
He's going to limp. Okay, so
okay.
I think he retains his his option if he just limps and I think what's going to happen is if everyone else folds, he'll probably just gamble with his friend. I guess.
Yeah.
That
seems like something we could see here. And
he's held a pretty straight face, Simo, but he's definitely looking a little bit tilted, I would say. Kind of in line with the blind all in.
And he finds a 5-3 as well.
5-3 off.
Yeah,
dear. Harold, Queen 6. How much gamble has this man got?
Yeah, of course he got Ivan behind as well, so playing the tricky limp. And I guess Ivan has to call right now then, and
here we go.
He'll be happy to see that it's he's actually well ahead.
Random punting here at the festival in Bratislava.
Play different, play together.
Yep. The Jack 6 holding 58% equity versus the 5-3.
So family pot between the casino together guys then. Neither player hits anything. Nope. So it's the Jack 6 ahead.
Oh, Jack High.
Yeah, it's enough. Simo has to book 3 buy-in loss.
Unfortunately.
And that's it for us, guys, for the first part of this stream. This was 2 hours of Texas Hold'em 2-2, part of the Cash Game Challenge. Here we are in the booth. This is where we are. It's, we're situated a little bit in the kitchen, I might say. Right? They hidden us away pretty good here.
They've put the bollards up. We're all blacked out back here.
Yeah, so me and George is going to be back in. I think they're doing about a 30-minute break now, and then we have the Cash Game Challenge Part 2, 2 hours of 2-2 PLO coming up. So make sure to join us in about 30 minutes for more live action from the Casino Bratislava. And if you are here nearby, why not come by, say hi, maybe have an apple juice with us. And
absolutely. And check out all the games on bancocasino.sk if you're looking to get in the cash game action. We'll be seeing you in about half an hour. Goodbye from us.
Thank you. See you soon.
We are once again outside of the casino areas. As you know, the festival not only about poker. Right now, behind me, the hospitality winners are playing the pool tournament. But recapping day 2 yesterday, had a big field for the Sweden Special tournament, the famous one, 78 runners in that one. The day 1B of the Bratislava Deep Stack and the main event for the mixed game lovers, the horses, was also played. We also, of course, hospitality took our players to a lovely dinner at the nearby Italian restaurant where they enjoy some nice food. Once we get back from the pool tournament, it's time to kick off day 3. It's the day 1A of the main event, the Texas Hold'em event, and also a lot of other tournaments to be played. You can also take part of our cash game challenge later tonight and win